to make a bit of space. I don't know why I started right on the edge of the table when I started filming this. So we can try not to get my hand in that. So I keep my hand up. So we need a line coming across there. A line coming. A bit more wobbly on this one. Line coming, I would say about there. What is, oh, it's a bauble. And then we're going to have a line there, I reckon. Now remember, my style's quite rustic, so it doesn't have to be exactly. And I'm gonna, although it's cheap card inside, I'm gonna do it red. Because horrible grey doesn't look so nice. Turn it round. So there we have our cracker. I should have done a bit more shadow in there. But as you can see, if I go in with, it won't matter so much, but if I go in now while it's wet, it sort of goes pinky. So I'll take that out while it's still wet. Okay, so that's all right. That's not too bad. Now, I've got a hangy thing for my tree there, which I'm going to do in pen because it's much harder. The really hard thing is going to be putting the ribbon onto this cone. And if I just get it and show you. So it's got stitching. I don't know. Let's give that a go. Let's try and get that back to, try and get that back to where it was. Ish. I think it was sort of there. Now that's a slightly brighter red, the ribbon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix some orange in. So it becomes more like a pillar box red into my pre-mixed ready colour. Just get a bit of that. Need something else in there. Let's try some Windsor red in there. Me back to the other one, maybe a darker orange in there. Hang on, bear with me a second. Where did my bit of card go? I'm in such a mess here. So I always have a bit of card to see if I'm getting close. It's slightly redder than, brighter red than that. It's still not quite right. Let's have a, just trying to get it as close as we can. That's not bad actually. Slightly redder. Okay, so I'm going to try and paint. Can you see what? Yes, you can. Just try and paint in a mid-line, I think. There we go. And then very carefully. Midline there. And then I'm going to do an outside line. Careful does it. And an outside line here. Ooh. outside line there. And then what I'll do, when that dries, I'll just put a little dot in so it makes it like the stitching. Okay. And breathe out. Now that red I've mixed might be quite good for the baubles. I don't think I'm going to get dots on these, but anyway. So that's the next job. Oh, and the doggy's hat. So I'm just going to go like this. It's quite simple, this one, like that. And like that. So he's got his hat on there. Oh, I'll tell you another thing I could do while I've got it is the mouth of the angel, because that's red too. There we are. It's coming along. Now I've been working out how to do the glitter on the stars, and what I've decided to do in sort of a glittery colour, in glitter, it reflects the light. So I was just thinking, the best way to show that it's glitter maybe is to just go over with a few little dots of bright colour here and there. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but so I've got a really cheap set of watercolour paints that have colours in that I wouldn't use normally, and I'm using them. I use them for little bits, and they're okay. I think it was £8 for like the whole set, but to be honest, they are pretty bad. You've got to keep going onto them and onto them to get any colour off them, but they tend to sort of give you bright colours. Here we go. So I've got blues, pinks, and then what I'll do, I'll just take some of that off. Now what other colour? Probably like a really bright yellow. Yeah, this stuff we've got to just keep going on. Yeah, I'll test that on there. So just do a little bit of that. Just to show it's reflecting light. There we go. Maybe some bits of purple and then a bright blue maybe. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to sort of machine gun apply with dots. Unless I use a metallic paint, I'm going to go for a really bright blue now. It's very bright, but it might just pick up. There we are. And I've done a page on making these stars. That's why I wanted them in the picture. They're so simple yet really effective, and if you make them in like a watercolour paper, say if you're hanging them off your mantelpiece and you put them in front of lights, the lights sort of come through them. They're so pretty. And basically it's 6 lights cut very rustically and attached by ribbon. You run the ribbon through to the next one. Let me just get rid of that. So you just, it's almost like a bunting but in star form. And I've seen them for so much money, but actually you can make them for not a lot of money at all. I know you need the card, but another good thing you can do with them, make them with, is recycle wrapping paper. Glue the 2 bits of wrapping paper together and put the ribbon through the middle. So if you get some really nice wrapping paper, I know it's a bit late now because obviously we've probably all recycled it, That's quite nice. You can make all the stars out of a different type of wrapping paper. Great project to do with the kids, because they don't have to be cut out exactly. In fact, the more rustic they look, the better. So let me just get rid of some of that. There we are. So that gives it a bit of a glittery look, I think. Yeah, so next, baubles. Oh, where's my little paintbrush? Do you know, I'm so disorganised. Oh yeah, there we go. If you're OCD, this isn't for you. Watching me, because... Did you actually see any? Oh yeah, you did see my stars. So now I'm going to go in with the red. Now what I've decided to do, because the dots are light, I'm actually going to go red with a darker green dot, because I think trying to do a light dot is going to be really difficult. So I'm going to go in like this for my first. There's a lot of reflection on this area, obviously where the light's hitting, so I need to make sure that it looks like that. Next bauble, let's give that a go. So, a dot on that. There we go. Now the reflection is on the top, and I've gone over that. It's not the end of the world, because I can get some tissue and get it off. Around the doggy's ear, around the ribbon. My trusty bit of tissue. There we go. So I'm going to take out a bit there, and a bit there, and probably a bit there. So you can see it just gives it that reflective bit, and that was going back in. So like I say, it's not the end of the world. We've got a bauble here that's above the angel. So I want it to look quite watery. Oh, it's here. Just ignore me. It's a bit like colour by numbers, this, isn't it? There we are. That's our other bauble. And then I need to go in with a bit of tissue and do the reflection at the top. Yeah, it's coming together. And obviously with the colour on the background of the angel, she pops up now. Now there's red tissue in here, so I need to just go in there. I'll need to go over my baubles again, because they're not dark enough. Cracker's looking okay. I'll put a bit of shadow on. You find a bit of grey on this page, so on this plate somewhere. Put them out of the way. There we go. And then I'm going to go round here, and I have to go back over those lines. And there's a bit of shadow at the back there. It's okay. I'm not putting beads on the angel because that wasn't on my original pattern, so I haven't done that. So baubles, weird sweetie cone, little doggy. I'm going to tackle the greenery on the tin next, because I'm dreading that. It sounds like I'm dreading all of it. I'm not dreading it, it's just I'm thinking, how do I do that? I need to go darker on here, because if you have a look on the star in the tin, it actually looks quite dark. Well, it does from my side. So, and then the other thing I need to do is try and get some pattern on. I think I'll tackle that next. So I've been going along my ribbon, which is Hessian, with almost like little crisscrosses, just to give it that texture. And then I've got to go in with, let's have a look. That went well. You can see there. So I'm just going along like this. So let's see if I could get this put back in the holder. Okay, it's in fairly tight now. So I'm going to get some red and I'm going to go along the ribbon where I haven't put the crisscrosses. Now, it's got like a bit of a textured look. So initially I'm going to go along with the red and then I'll sort of go a bit like this. So it picks up that it's not completely flat ribbon. Some more red. And where I haven't done the hatching, that's where the red needs to go. I need to get that a bit darker. Okay. And then another line. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can. It's about creating a bit of texture. Okay, I have to go over some of that. The top of the next piece. I don't know if you saw that. Oh yeah, you did. I think it's where I'm grabbing the camera holder and trying to move it round. It doesn't like that. And drops the phone out. And we want some bits in here. And then a bit of red to go out where it's frayed. I think that's okay. And then we've got some red in here, in the bow. Get more water. A bit more paint. Okay, and it goes that way. And then there's another bit over here. And then I need to bring this like this. So all these little bits just add to the texture of it. It's all faffy, but that's the nature of what I've chosen, is a faffy picture. So while I'm doing this, I have all these thoughts go through my head about my upcoming attempt at doing a book, feeling a bit sort of vain for thinking I can do a book, being told it could possibly work, so keep going. So you have all these self-doubts, and I expect lots of other people have had self-doubts when creating something. I probably self-publish, so I probably won't have to go through the no process of publishers. Be nice to have a publisher, but I think publishers tend to go on social media responses and how famous you are, and obviously I have a job getting on Instagram, to be honest, and I'm not famous, so trying to get this little book of mine published is almost impossible. Like I say, I can self-fund, but I still don't know how it's going to go with the illustrations. I think if you write a book, you can get Amazon to publish it, but that tends to be more of a textbook, and then they take quite a big chunk, but they do get you into places like America and stuff. But I think this book might go more for more independence. But if you do go down the independent route, I don't think the two mesh together very well for various reasons. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's the sort of book I'd like to give as a gift or receive as a gift. It sort of comes in with the cottage core thing that seems to be very big at the moment. I didn't even know what cottage core was till someone showed me and said, oh, this is what everyone's getting into. I've never even heard of it because I'm so out of things. Anyway, so apparently it's this year's top thing is crafts, cottage core, hand illustration. So I'm hoping that this little book, if I can get it ready in time, could have a bit of a following. But it's all down to shares and yeah, we'll see. It's sad, isn't it, that we are so social. I mean, I'm on social media doing this now, so you know, but I'm just saying it's sad that you need such a strong backing before you can get any help. Hang on, I need some more red. So I'm hoping this will go on one of the pages of the page where I say memories and traditions, you know, because the main thing is the envelope. And I've written a sort of a thing about that on there. I've written about memories of Christmas, creating your own memories, all that type of thing. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, I need to make it redder. But that's not bad as a start. And I need like a reddy brown colour for the tin. So I might try and make that next. With a bit of burnt sienna, some red. Because it's sort of like not bright red. Let's have a look. So I've just mixed something up on my plate. That's not bad actually. Probably needs a bit more brown. Let's try that. Yeah, I think that could do the berries on the tin. Let's give that a go. Try not to. I might do it upside down because I don't want to stick my hand in all the paint I've just done. And so we've got a berry there, berry there. One there. One there. Ooh, I like that colour. This croque's getting boring now. Hang on. I'll put a bit of that in my... Yeah. So I've got my berries of the tin upside down. I need to go in with more colour on my baubles, and then I need to tackle the green on the tin. I haven't got many greens to choose from, so that's going to be tricky because I don't think I've got the... I can mix some greens up, but yeah. Anyway, so that's what it looks like so far. Can you see? I know you're looking at it sideways. Still not looking much, but it will get there. I'm going to mix some more red for my baubles.